What up, what up? I have not been doing a very good job this morning documenting the process of putting the van back together, but nevertheless, we got the new radiator in. Gotta get some fluids and all that good stuff. See if we can't get that van running again. Hey, it's FedEx. Well, it kind of looks like it's gonna storm today, but nevertheless, that doesn't mean we shouldn't have the windows down and the AC on. I always thought those vans over there, the Ford Transits, they're all right. Be all right for a good camper van right there. Get one all-wheel drive. This looks a little extensive right here. Yep, that was a little extensive. Oh, and of course, man, look at the grease house. Look at the grease house. Lining up for a dollar cheeseburger. That's what I call the grease house, my friends. People are in line for that poison. You always gotta have some wire with you. Gold miner secret 101. Always have some wire. It's gonna rain today.
Well, you smell like gas too.
Yeah, I know. Putting gas in my van. Take this thing down the road. We're not overheating anymore, so that's good. Running too bad. It's pretty smooth. Oh, I need to get these 8 up. Yep, we gotta take care of these things. 3 dozens left, and they were expired on July 15th here. Anyhow. So I have to have the bread now with the eggs because I can no longer eat eggs by themselves or I'll throw up. Okay, let's go play. Let's go play some ball. Oh my goodness. Abraham, are you serious? I even put my boots on and put my shorts on. That way I can come out here to the wet grass. But yeah, Abraham's back on the mission of Abraham games. Oh, he'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. Long story short, if they float, they're no good. But if they sink, well, they're safe to eat. Now, if they're really fresh, they're supposed to lay down like this. But if they're a few weeks old, well, then they go like that. But if they float all the way to the top, then you're screwed. All right, we are safe to eat. We better get these things ate up, though, because they're like, well, they're about a month past due. Eggs are one of those foods that stay good for quite a while, really. Well, I hear an airplane. Somewhere up here. Oh, there he is. I just saw him. I guess that's how that goes. Question of the day. Will the Astro van start up? Better shut her back off and save that $10 fuel. Hang on, buddy. Let's do this. Well, shoot, guys. The clip that you're watching right now is not supposed to be the clip that you're watching. I already had another segment of the video done right here. But it turns out when I was editing the video, it's nowhere to be found. It's like it just disappeared in thin air. And I'm like, did I really delete that without saving it? It's not there. The rest of the video's done. So here I am trying to fill the gap. Trying to fill the void. So pretty much what I was saying, guys, is I've been on the road since I've been 23 and I'm 35 now. And I knew last year when I went out that it might be my last trip out for a little while. And I know some things that I want in life. I want some things in life to change. For example, I could use a traveling partner. And there won't be any woman that lives underneath the same roof as I do if we're not married. So it's possible that next time I hit the road, I will be married. There's other alternatives. There's other options. You know, I might meet a girl that's already living in her van. And we can go out and travel that way together. But as far as living in the same vehicle, I talked about that in my last video. I'm not going to shack up with anybody. There's going to have to be a full commitment before I let anybody into my life as far as like traveling together. And I just won't get a girlfriend and go out and travel together. Not underneath the same roof, that is, at least. I mean, if she has her own van, her own vehicle, that's cool. But as far as sleeping underneath the same roof, no. There's got to be a solid commitment for that. But anyways, there's a lot of different things in life going on, guys. And well, moving forward, I kind of want to buy a house. which maybe that gets covered in the next clip. I hope so, because I talk about financial freedom and all that as the next clip rolls on, because obviously to go out on the road, you got to have money. So anyways, we'll let the next clip roll, and hopefully it all makes sense, guys. But as far as traveling and hitting the road solo, well, I'd say there's a pretty decent chance those days are over. You know, the future is unpredictable, and we don't know 100% what's coming our way. But as far as the planning goes, yeah, guys, traveling alone and rolling solo, and not to mention, I haven't done my biggest dreams yet. You know, I've gone out west gold prospecting and lived in the van and done all that now, but I have not covered the biggest dreams that I want to cover yet. And I would prefer not to do that solo. But in order to do that kind of stuff, you have to have financial freedom. The money has to be there. And I say financial freedom because in order to hit the road for months at a time, you have to be able to step away from your career, your job. So therefore, you have to have money. And well, creating financial freedom and figuring out a way to be able to hit the road and do that type of stuff, well, that's a pretty big factor. Not to mention, will I live in a van forever? I actually kind of want to buy a house at this current moment in my life. I know there's probably going to be a house coming up for sale in the future, and I would like to be in the position to buy it. So therefore, where does my van life career look at right there? You see what I'm saying? I have some things I really need to get taken care of. So yeah, you know, I'm not counting on winning the lottery or anything to fix my problems, so I have to come up with other means to my solution. I started investing, as you guys saw. Stock market, I look at that as more as a long-term thing. I'm more of a long-term investor than a short-term investor. Not to say that if I make an investment and it goes up fast that I won't pull out, but like that Snapchat, that's going to take a while before it gets back up to $65 to $80 again. You know, it's not going to happen next week. It might not even happen next year. It may take several years for it to get back up that high again, but you never know. It could happen within a year's time. So my ideal setup for traveling and hitting the road is having an established base camp, more than likely back here, buying a house and having a house paid off, and having the financials, whether it's through investments or some other means where the bills of the house and what it costs to keep the house running, that will be all paid off. So it could totally be some years before I hit the road again, guys, and head back out west, or back on the road in general. Or it could be a lot sooner than what we think. Like I said, we never know what life brings 100%, what the future brings. But as far as buying a house and everything, obviously it costs money to do that, and it costs money to go out on the road. And like I said earlier, you have to have the freedom to be able to go out on the road, which money is freedom, because if you got the cash, you can pretty much do whatever you want. So I'm not going to get too far into my ideas on how I plan on coming up with this cash, because let me tell you this, guys, if I do what everybody else is doing and I take the traditional path in life and punch the time clock for the rest of my life, I'm probably going to be hitting the road and going west when I'm about 60, 65 years old. And I'm 35 right now, and I really don't want to wait till I'm 60 to 65 to hit the road again. So in order to live my dreams and go after my dreams, obviously it takes money. And I won't get too far into the ideas of how I'm going to get this money to do this, guys. But I'll just say, once you get the ball rolling and the snowball starts going down the hill, you know, and it starts growing and it gets going, we're living in a whole different time. We're living in a whole different age right now. We're living in the best time to live your dreams and to be free. And I definitely have a plan for my freedom. You know, you guys see me working out and stuff. I don't do that for no reason at all. But at the end of the day, my friends, if you don't have dreams and you don't have goals, then what the hell are you doing? When you stop dreaming and you stop believing, I can't live like everybody else. I don't think I'm better than other people, but I go out on the road and I meet other gold miners and I meet other people who live out of their vehicle and stuff, and there's like a connection. It's like a brotherhood. You already know what each other are thinking, and that type of stuff. And you come back here in a civilized world and you try to tell people your dreams and stuff, and there's a lot of people who can't understand. They can't grasp it. And I won't get into it too much, guys, but I definitely do have a plan, and I definitely do have a vision. And every day I wake up, I just want to do one thing that gets me closer to that vision. All right, guys, so I just shared with you a little bit of my vision. I didn't reveal it all. With that being said, I'm going to turn the camera off, and I'll talk to you next time. It's coming! It's coming!